hitting the suburb, but
Ooh.
it's windy again today. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, that's funny because it's also kind of stormy here. Like it's not as like windy, but yeah, it's overcast. Feels like it's gonna rain all day tomorrow, if not tonight.
Lucky
So
you.
I know, I know. It's like, do we have the same weather system right now, Mike? Is it all the same
I
all
wish
over?
it. I
Feels
wish
like
it rained more often in Australia. I love rain. It's the best weather in my opinion.
Don't you guys get like spiders coming out if it rains too hard? I remember those pictures of like webs everywhere.
Yeah, but
Because
you
of
get used
insane
to it, John.
rains.
You know, we
All those
just
webs?
we just accept the fact that we have to live with the spiders now, John. It's too late. We can't kill them all. We just gotta accept
Nah.
them.
I think at this point the spiders are the Australians, and you guys are just the bugs.
We're spider people, John. Nobody knows yet. So keep it a secret.
Oh god. Oh, it's Savage. Why do you have to say all chat? Good luck, have fun, Louis. It's like he's on your team. Happy birthday, my pro Dota 10. Okay, happy birthday, Kitty Corn, if it is his birthday. At least give him a shout out. Every time though, they've got to throw his Facebook out. I have no clue why. I
man,
still
you
do
gotta-
not understand.
Gotta help the boys out.
I suppose.
alright.
I suppose.
Shout out to my pro Dota 10. There you go. And it was Jab's birthday as well the other day, by the way. 28th birthday for my pro Dota. All right.
Woo. Yeah. It's a
But,
good number, Mike.
It's all downhill from there, my pro. Just
Isn't it already downhill?
it is. It is. It's painful, John. Your knees start hurting. You start feeling
man,
like you
look
can't
this.
play as much Dota every
Mike-
day. What is it, John?
Look at this Dreamercell. He's blocking Whitemon. He can't go in.
Oh, Dreamer Cell! Oh, the next level play! He won't let Whitemon hit the Roshan! Oh, that is genius from Dreamer Cell! And that's like a guaranteed win now.
I mean, he did still get to break the trees, but Dreamercell finally spotted that play out. So it's not as much. They still trade evenly on bounties. Not too much excitement outside of Roche. Still.
That's exciting,
That's the
John.
first
I'm
time we've
very
seen
excited.
someone do that.
Well
It's
done,
the first
Dreamer Cell.
time.
I'm happy to
Oh.
hear it. Obviously, Coach came in, just told Dreamer Cell, listen, you better get into that Roshan pit, sort out this Whitemon kid. He just keeps hitting the Roshan. He's doing something. Just make sure it's interrupted. Good coaching.
Still, they've got to deal with this dual lane. You've got Cuckoo and Whitemon around, of course, on the LC plus the Enchantress, and they do immediately snipe the courier. So that's
See,
a
it's
good
already
move from
working.
Kescute.
Already working, John. He couldn't hit the Roshan. Kescute gets his courier.
Ooh.
Whitemon can be
Yeah.
very upset.
Yeah, it's not lining up. Still, good amount of harassment out. This is something that you do watch out for as a melee hero against a range support. And Kescute's got to be cautious.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Whitemon loved that courier. Kescute gonna have to TP back to the tier 1 tower. We'll be able to salve up, but his courier, Whitemon's going for the courier. He wants revenge. He's gonna get it as well.
Oh boy.
I love Whitemon.
God.
He's gonna spot out Kescute again. It is very tough to lane up against this Whitemon Enchantress. He is very aggressive with the harass.
Yeah, it's something they really are pumping out, and even Dreamosol not having a good time, right? Overwhelming odds, constantly forcing him back. We'll see how he does. He's still keeping up in last hits. I think it's time to check, like, that mid lane. You've got Abed up against Mikoto on the Storm and TA. Very exciting back and forth lane. You are seeing Abed pull ahead, though. He is leveraging his early nuke potential, his early wave clear. And Mikoto, I mean, he's got ways to kind of challenge, but with the early level there in the Vortex, you're not safe as Mikoto if you go in for last hits.
It's true. Abed really focusing in on making sure those refraction charges do just get taken off immediately, and it's very rare to see the Storm being the aggressive one in the TA vs Storm matchup, but Abed is going to try and assert dominance in this mid lane, and so far he has gotten 3 last hits ahead of the Templar Assassin, so it's definitely a good start for Abed. Mikoto going to try and even out now, but while they're doing that, we'll have a look down to the bot lane, where Hyde and FBZ will be with each other. Of course, you'll see Jabs there, along with 23 Savage, but a great arrow out from Hyde once again. And they do get first blood.
Yeah, it's the start you'd want. You know, it's the same kind of start for Boom, except they're not running the try. You are seeing Savage find a little bit more farm in this lane. FBZ is, not getting as much done. You don't have the tree stun lane anymore. but you've got the steady farm up lane, and Savage still has to be careful about those arrows, as that is still decent damage coming in. So, still looking like a better start for Savage. Just has to play it a bit safer. You know, you don't want to give the Doom an overwhelming start. And Hyde at level 3 does mean his rotation for those minute 4 power runes should be a lot easier for the Mirana.
Should be. Go for a dive here onto 23 Savage with this creep wave. Arrow was going to connect, but 23 Savage able to time walk away, and now Jab's going to come in for a very nice scatter blast. He does have the cookie, so Hyde is forced to leap. FBZ will salve up in the tree line and just TP back to that tier 1 tower. He'll be alright. However, mid lane, Makoto and Abed getting very, very low. Both of them will survive for now, but it's getting risky for both. They don't have much regen left. They'll have to be careful.
Yeah, this is a really awkward spot for both sides. The 4-minute bounty runes are coming up, although...
Makoto, Fraction's going to be there. He'll turn around with the side blades now, but those 4-minute runes, Abed is going to get lucky with that top rune. And they were trying to secure the bottom, but Hyde does not manage to get it. Still Arrow going to fly up, but does not connect.
Yeah, you're in a good spot now if you're Abed. You're still leading, well, slightly leading in last hits at the least last time. Still, Mikado, he does not have a bottle. He's down to 1 tango. Not that spot you want to be in, but he does have Hyde to help him out now.
He does. That's what I really like about Hyde on this Mirana as well, John. He always just makes these early rotations, and unlike most Miranas, he'll actually camp the mid lane for a while and make sure the opposing mid laner will have a very, very tough time. And I do like that out of Hyde. Makes Abed just kind of sit back and not able to secure creeps up against Makoto for a bit of time. Obviously, eventually he is going to have to leave, but he does wait till that 5-minute mark where he can contest bounty rules. Yeah, it allows them to get some early aggression as well. So you've got Kezcute. They're going around for the bounties. They do at least find 2 for now, but it's going to be an even trade so far. And the issue now for Boom is really the Dreamocell lane. It's just not performing as well as they'd want. Savage is pulling ahead in farm. Dreamocell's not too far behind, but Cuckoo has overtaken. This is a really good start for the LT, and you've got to be a bit cautious. Weaver, wants to be online fairly quickly. Don't want to delay that power spike too much here for Boom. No, you don't. Great job out for Cuckoo though. Top of the CS board on that LC. Whitemon now coming in as well, and they're going to just push down this tier 1 tower. Stomp is going to be there, but there's no follow-up to it, and Cuckoo, he'll purge it off anyway. They're not necessarily going to be able to finish off this tier 1 or anything, but it's going to be some significant damage coming out already. Dreamocell obviously on the Weaver, can't really deny, or rather defend very nicely on that Weaver. Whitemon enchanting another creep, making it even harder to get this siege creep. And they're going to get this tier 1 tower, but mid lane, Abed dropping low to Makoto. He's going to try and fight back. Now Jabs comes in with a cookie. Makoto is going to be able to walk away. Kezcute was even waiting around on the Elder Titan. But they'll be alright. The top tier 1 eventually also goes down there. Dreamocell was left alone to try and defend, and it does not work out.
Yeah, it's a great start so far for Among Us. You do manage to take a tower for free. You don't have any sort of push coming out for Boom. In fact, looking down bot, you've got FBZ on a very low pace, but Savages as well. There's a bit of a back and forth. They need more numbers here if they want to secure some objectives, but...
Oh, nice cookie out. Savage needs a bit more help than that. There's your scatter blast and FBZ. He'll go for a run, but Jabs had the damage out. They'll make it a 1-to-1 now. Savage can farm in a bit of peace here on the Void.
Yeah, it's a big win so far for Among Us early on. Does give them a slight net worth advantage. Not much, but it is there. And, of course, with a control in the top jungle, Whitemon can now start to spot these stacks out, contest them, clear them out for himself. And that's some recovery farm you really need here from Boom.
He's going to be surrounded in that dire jungle, but Stomp is not going to land. Whitemon still will be dead here. They just wanted him out of the jungle, as he was getting a lot of vision and trying to take away stacks from the side of Boom Esports. Of course, Makoto does want those stacks for himself on the TA. He'll just get started on them.
Yeah, I mean, Whitemon still took, like, at least 1 stack off from the camp. So, even in his death, his Enchanted Creep is still doing work. Gotta watch out for that. They've got wards next to each other as well, and that's something Boom will have to de-ward They want to maintain this control. You've got Cuckoo just positioning himself up front. This does allow for a bit of a shove down mid as well. And boom, we've got to see the defense come out soon. You do not want to drop this mid tier 1. You need to keep it as safe for as long as possible.
Going in onto Makoto. They have the follow-up stomp there from Kezcute, but the TPs are coming in. Dreamercell, he'll join. On the Weaver now, trying to rush onto Jabs in the back line. Jabs falling very low, but he does get to press the attack off Cuckoo, but still Dreamercell won't give up, does get the Snapfire. Now Abed still moving forward, back onto Makoto, but he is very low on mana. Abed might need to just make his way out as Dreamercell is coming in. He does juke out the arrow, but a great stomp out from Kezcute. Gonna hold them all down, and now FBZ's coming in. He has the Doom. He'll commit it on Savage. They'll dive the tier 1 tower. Savage is gonna drop. Everyone else will leave. But it's a great team fight out for Boom.
Oh, it's a really big win, just killing off Savage. Once again, slowing down the startup of that Faceless Void by just a tad, and forcing big rotations down mid, saving their own mid tier 1 as well. Just a lot of effective plays there. First Doom paying off massively for FBZ. The one thing Boom would like to get done now is really just find a tower and trade. Like, with their top tier 1 taken, again, you want to free up the bot lane with a push. Bot tier 1's a bit too healthy for a Doom to truly melt. You have bot space out for Mikado to clear up with camps, but Among Us, they just keep applying that pressure. They do not want to leave that mid tier 1 tower alive. Savage still has his chrono. They're just going to keep pressuring it in.
I'm not sure how much this suits Among Us though. Makoto has gotten all the stacks that he had stacked up there in the jungle. They can still defend that tier 1 mid tower. Obviously with the Enchantress they want to try and apply this pressure, but Boom Esports, they're not allowing this to happen. They will defend successfully once again. The best Among Us can do is take over that dire jungle, but Boom can take over the Radiant jungle. So it's not really all bad news.
Yeah, you've still got space here for Boom. They do have much better vision here Among Us though. Like, definitely keeping an eye on both that top jungle and the triangle entrance here down bot. So they are aware of all the farm that's coming out here from Boom. And they are just kind of working their way efficiently. Boom, they still maintain the 1k lead. Mikado is very close to Blink. You're going to need a Desolator on top of that though to really pump in the damage. But they finally find that tier 1 bot. So that bot jungle, as you mentioned, now opened up. They can find steady farm. They will have another Doom in about 30 seconds. I suppose that's the point where you really want to play with this Blink Dagger as well in Mikado.
Well, it'd be perfect timing, because Among Us, they're pushing in that mid-tier 1 tower again. So having that Doom up is going to feel very nice for Boom, and they might win another team fight here if Among Us aren't careful. They'll need to commit the chrono early. They can't wait on it. Dreamercell, going to Sakuchi in. Savage, he was thinking about it, but won't throw it out yet. Now goes in, gets the chrono. He's got 2 of them. Now the Mortimer's Kisses to fly in. That'll be Dreamercell going down. Makoto will cop no actual Snapfire Kisses. In fact, Abed, he got doomed up, but a great duel there from Cuckoo, holding Makoto back, but Kezcute still following Abed down. They will get the kill. Cuckoo goes down as well, the Legion Commander. Makoto will survive through it as an arrow flies in, kills off Jabs. Wyman's been slowed up. He needs to run, but he cannot. He'll be the 4th one to die for Among Us. And Boom Esports again just defending so nicely. And they get another good team fight.
Yeah, I mean, they force out the chrono, they force out the kisses. They did get the big kill in Dreamocell, and they did get the tier 1, but they're trading 4 heroes for that and their own tier 1 mid. Not the cleanest fight, although Abed is going to try to force him back for a bit longer.
Into Kezcute, he has the Vortex, he'll try to use it onto Makoto, but Makoto going to just hit him back. They don't have the chrono to hold Makoto down, but they're going to keep going here, but the Earthspitter not really going to come in. Kezcute eventually going to get it off, but they got Savage. Whitemon going to try and run away here on the Enchantress now, but a great overwhelming odds. Actually kills off FBZ. Makoto's still going, however, but now he's been jeweled up. Cuckoo trying to get the return kill, but he's not going to be able to. Makoto, he'll run away. Kezcute, meanwhile, going back onto Jabs and Cuckoo. He's in the middle of nowhere. Dreamercell is on top. He got lucky with an Invis rune, however. But the sentry, don't run underneath the sentry, Cuckoo. They know he's there, but they have no detection left. Everything is going to be fine, but Boom, they get a 1-for-3 trade, and more importantly, Savage does die.
Ooh, Savage. And he jumped in with a time walk, and then he popped his mom to get damage off. Left him at a really risky spot. Couldn't time walk off the damage, so have to be careful with committing like that. Boom, good punishment coming in. And, you know, I was talking about Mikado with the Blink not having enough damage. I mean, even with just the Blightstone, he's ripping through all of these heroes anywhere. So they're still getting the work done, and he is going to have that Deso soon. Just one Mithril Hammer left. You've got to watch that power spike on the TA. Boom. This lineup really doesn't want to just sit back and farm. This lineup does want to fight, especially around their Doom timing. Among Us have to be ready to see that kind of pacing because they kind of did that in game 1. And it's almost the same story. 3-11, 3k lead at 13.5 minutes in. And there's that Blink coming out for FBZ, and he has Doom back up.
I think Boom, they'll be happy to play the slow game for the next few minutes and just get the Display to finish up on Makoto first before they do want to try and commit the Doom. Unless, of course, Among Us do come to them, in which case they'll happily fight. But Among Us, they're just so behind now. They need to commit to some more farm. Like, Abed, he hasn't got the Orchid up. He's getting close, but you're going to need that first. And as well as that, you may as well start working towards that MKB for 23 Savage, which he has. There's no need to rush. You've got the Void. You can wait for the later stages of the game with this Void Storm draft.
Yeah, it's not too much to worry about, and they might.
Jewel, mid lane, they have got Hyde on that Mirana, but FBZ are going to jump in with a stun off and a Doom. They've got Cuckoo with that Doom. Now another great stomp out from Kescute. This is just not worth the trade for Among Us. It's just not worth it. A 2-for-1. It was just a support Mirana. Hyde's not going to mind that.
No. It's really feeling like Among Us are trying to force open some aggression here to buy some space out, and they just lose 2 heroes. They don't get dual wins, and this is where it's hurting for Cuckoo. He just wants a simple win. That's why he's committing onto these supports. He just wants some additional damage so he can actually buy some space out, get more aggressive duels done, but it's just not happening. The damage here from Among Us is being broken up. The Blink reveal from FBZ was on point. The stomps were just lining up. And boom, all of a sudden, 6k lead now. You've got Mikado on a very massive lead compared to everyone else. There's that Deso we were talking about. They do not have Doom for a bit longer. They could just sit back, farm up for the next minute 20, and then look to make another move down the line. It's looking really darn good for Boom here in the early game, and Trimosoul is actually chasing Savage for a bit.
Smoke up. They want to fight again Among Us. Either that or they're rotating, and they are going to go up towards the top where they did spot out Trimosoul. Trimosoul about 1k off getting that Lincoln Sphere up. Does not want to die right now. Looks like he is very wary of the fact that there are a lot of heroes missing on the side of Among Us. Speaking of, they are just waiting right now to try and enter the dire jungle. Looks like they have spotted out Hyde again, but Kescute is just behind him to stop the dual damage coming in. So, the side of Among Us, they might start pressuring this top tier 2, but Dreamersoul, this is not the time to show up, sir. Cuckoo's waiting with the blink in and the duel. They were so patient, but do they have enough damage to the time lapse? It's going to be there in time. Dreamersoul, he's out of there. 23 Savage, he has the chrono. He needs to get it out now. Dreamersoul still trying to run. Gets another Sakuchi, and they are just TPing out. They accept that this gank has not worked. And unfortunately for 23 Savage, he used that Mask of Madness so he could not chrono through the silence. And now, boom, they want to reinitiate on 2 jabs. He'll cookie out of there, but FBZ going to jump in with a stun and a Doom off onto Cuckoo. They've got that LC again. You can still fight if you are Among Us, but they need a big chrono here. They've lost Whitemon. Now the chrono catching out too, so they'll go straight onto Dreamersoul. He's not dead yet, however. Finally does go down, but Kescute, another great stomp off. Now the stun at BZ, getting 2 of them. They kill off Arbed. 23 Savage, he's going to go for a run, but they might have the control. No, they will not. But it's another great team fight out for Boom Esports. They even force out the buyback from the Snapfire.
Just big wins. Like, they are making this work. Not enough damage on Savage. And again, he's just being forced to chrono out, forced to fight around instead of farm up. Just finish the MKB and then you will have the damage. Because every single time, even if Dreamocell does die eventually, the fact that you're not killing him in the Chrono means you can't get damage onto Mikado, and Mikado gets to live. He's melting all of these heroes now. The Roche gone. It's the first Aegis going the way of Boom as well. 10k lead out of nowhere. 5 to 17, 18 minutes in. Among Us has to tidy up their act, go back to farming a bit, wait for Savage to hit that one big item, and then you can look to really play in, or at least have the kisses line up.
BZ, he's jumped in. Cuckoo, again out of position in that mid lane. He's got some help behind him, but they can't help him out. Oh, Cuckoo is getting a bit desperate here on this LC, John. He's trying to work towards that halberd, but you can't farm in those kind of dangerous positions.
No, definitely not. I mean, the Roche just melted. That would be a sign that they immediately get pushed mid.
Oh, he's been stunned up. Makoto gonna try and just burst him down, and they do. Oh, the discipline from Boom this game. It's brilliant. It really is.
Oh boy. It's lining up. I mean, they're just punishing Among Us for being really hasty, and this is the most... I mean, game 1 was a struggle. This is even more of a struggle. They get the tier 1 top. They're going to be able to defend, but they can't even find a free objective here for Savage. They have to tank this one out. They've got Chrono and Kisses out if they want to make a play. This is not the time.
Oh, Hyde, he's caught another jab's gonna get caught on that snap fight, trying to farm up that Aghanim Scepter, or rather even just the mech right now. They're just so far behind. Jabs really can't get out of this one. He's gonna die to Hyde on the Mirana. Meanwhile, top lane, they found another. It's gonna be Cuckoo on that Legion Commander. He'll try to make a run for it. Makoto gets a side blades on the deny on the creep. They might be able to get the trade though. Makoto, he'll turn back around. Arbed, almost about to die. Barely zips out of there. Savage still trying to fight this one out. Does get the Aegis, but he's been doomed up. FBZ jumping back in. They should be able to deny, but no, Makoto. He wants the kill. He gets the trap. He gets the vision. Now Whitemon trying to run, but Makoto is just unstoppable. He is godlike. He wants his 10th kill. Whitemon's trying to run. It will be Dreamer Soul to pick it up. John, I'll tell you what, Boom Esports, they are looking like the best team in SEA. This game, they are looking amazing.
They really are. I mean, Abed, I know it was busy in front, but Abed got sniped by Dreamocell at the back. We thought he'd live. Even he doesn't live through that one, and he went out early. And now you have a BKB and Mikado. They've got this 18k lead. They don't have Aegis, but they can start hammering on those tier 2s. And Among Us, they have got to line up these fights. Play with your Chrono Kisses. Pull back when you don't have that combo. Abed, he is going to go for the defense, but it's just not comfy being in the front. Boom, they will rest for a bit. They're going to wait for the Doom to be back up, but they can keep the lanes shoved out here.
Gotta try. Savage, how's he farming? Kind of almost got that MKB up. He still needs about 1.5k. They've smoked up again. They're desperate to get a good team fight going, but I don't know about this. You might just be better off farming the MKB. They're gonna try. You have to catch out Kezcute, otherwise he's just gonna stomp you through that Chrono. And they will. Savage jumps in, but the Yule's gonna be there. Arbed with the Orchid, but there goes Savage. Dreamer Soul just destroys him, and now Arbed, he's in trouble. He gets Hyde, but FBZ hits way too hard on the Doom. They can't fight. I'm not sure why they keep smoking like this. It's not the play.
No, I mean, they're trying to bounce back in with a pickoff, but it's just not happening. Boom is just way too disciplined. They just absolutely melt. Savage died in 2-3 hits. Like, this is a Faceless Void, and it opens up the high ground. They do still have Chrono Kisses. Play with a combo or don't play at all.
John, it's a 21k net worth lead at 22 minutes. They've got a 1k net worth lead every minute, and now the stun again. FBZ just keeps initiating. Makoto gonna blow him up into Savage, but he's been doomed up the trap. Oh, Makoto! What? And that's it. They call it. They've had enough.
Oh my god!
But John, did you see the presence of mind from Makoto? He places a trap in that tree line because he knew Savage would TP in for a Chrono attempt and just blows him up. That is brilliant.
Man, it's brilliant all around for Boom. Every step of the way, their mid matchup for Mikado, winning against the Abed Storm, the confidence to go into that and really just push it to the edge. And Among Us, again, this team looked unstoppable. Up until this point, Boom, in group stages, went 0-2. It was very fast games as well, and it flips around where it matters. Upper bracket finals, Boom goes into the grands in a big way. And Among Us, well, they're not out of it, Mike, but that is going to affect their confidence for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you what, though, like, all props to Boom. We talked about their last series with Among Us. They lost 0-2 in a very convincing fashion. Obviously, they went back to the kitchen. They wrote some new recipes down. They got to cooking. Well, it worked out for them. A 2-0 victory in this upper bracket final. That does mean, unfortunately for the other teams in the lower bracket right now, they're going to have to verse Among Us in the lower bracket final, which will be tomorrow. And for now, we're going to have to figure out who's going to be up against Among Us tomorrow in that lower bracket final. It's going to be between Motivate Trust and New Esports, both of which have been looking very, very good. They got 2-0 victories yesterday. Motivate beating Neon Esports and New Esports beating TNC Predator 2-0. And we'll see. There is going to be a 20-minute break, however, before we do start that next series. So I'm going to put the timer up and you guys can just keep track of that with the timer on the screen. But it is MLP Dota and John X5 for now. We'll see you all again in 20